And in the business world, the number of SMEs defaulting on the loans have increased as the country's inflation and the cost of living continues on an upward spiral. Players in the lending sectors are warning that whereas the Finance Bill 2023 seeks to raise revenue for the government, it could also plunge the SMEs into further woes. Martin Opio reports.
As the high cost of living continues to bite, businesses appear to be hit the most with the country's inflation. Small and medium enterprises, which are projected to contribute 50% of gross domestic product GDP growth in the next 2 years, have become the most hit.
Even when we are supporting them, you realize that 90% of what they make goes directly to meet their everyday needs.
Though inflation came in at 7.9% in April of this year, which was down from March 9.2%, with April's figure representing the weakest inflation rate since May 2022. According to Managing Director of Incredo, Tony Mwangi, lending institutions have a responsibility to support SMEs.
You can be able to say that, yes, things are not working now, and it's not the time that we have to come and repossess or auction your property. I think now is a time of thinking, how do you get out of that hole?
The inflation and high operational cost has seen a sharp rise in loan defaulters.
We've seen businesses struggling to meet their obligations. Our default, I would say, to some extent had to go up, and it went up mainly because of inflation.
Lenders argue that the Finance Bill 2023, which aims to increase taxes on various sectors, will exacerbate the woes of the SMEs.
SMEs are going to be affected to some extent because of the turnover tax, which is directly hits their sales turnover. An increment of 1% to 3% is going to directly affect even us who are intermediating.
In Kenya, SMEs compounds 80% of employment and stimulate the demand for new goods and services. Most SMEs fall under the informal sector, estimated to constitute 98% of businesses in Kenya, contributing 30% of jobs and 3% of Kenya's GDP. Martin Opio, K24 Business.